Strange day. Normal start. Miss P in terrible mood. Hateful woman. A smart man said I have talent. Comte de Saint Germain, his name is. Tonight I will help him play cards. Miss P cannot find out. Excited. Was worth paying for his wine. Something awful happened. Miss P is dead. Couldn't do anything. Does not bother the comp so much. Finally leaving this dreadful place. My dream has come true. But what's the price of it? The Comte, Chapter 1. The portrait I have to paint is of an ambiguous character. A mixture of virtues and vices. A perpetual contrast between good impulses and bad actions. Camp of the Cascarotes, Aachen, France, the following morning.
Renio, my friend, do you hear that in the breeze?
The rustle of the leaves and the murmur of the nearby brook.
Yes, our good friend the Comte has come.
We will stop here for a while. The gentleman who killed your patron is his Colonel Gabriel, commanding the Bern Regiment. It won't be long until he accuses you of this murder. I'm afraid you make the perfect scapegoat. Your animosity with the deceased is well known. You are poor, young, and mute, and you fled the crime scene with a notorious thief. Me. But do not worry, we're safe here. This is the camp of the Cascarotes. They are friends, they don't talk. And like all the other Romani in France, they fall between the cracks. They're invisible, a bit like you. Make yourself at home. I need to talk to the magician. Are you done making faces? Good for you, good for you. So you're the new pet of our dear Comte de Saint Germain? No, don't answer that. My name's Arenio Fumes, cheat and humble artist of the shadows. I trick my fellow man for money and adventure. Would you like to learn magic? I thought you might say that. It's called 3-Card Monte. During the 100 Years' War, an English lord lost the entirety of his estates over this game. Which is a very English thing to do. Then he threw himself off the White Cliffs of Dover. Which is a very French thing to do. So follow closely. Do you see the Queen here? I'll put her here. Now follow the Queen closely. Show me where the Queen is. Magic, isn't it? It's a simple trick, really. All in the motion, the flow. I trust you understood all that. Why not show off what you've learned to the magician? Oi! Yes, you. There's nobody else here. Come back. You actually thought the secret to the 3-Card Monte was to wave your arms like a fool? I worry about the Comte's judgment these days. You would have looked like a fool in there. But I suppose we can't have that, as it makes me look bad. I'll show you how it really works. Start by flipping the cards over. Good. Pick them all up and show them to me. Now for the important part, the secret that makes it work. You can either play fair and put the queen down, or cheat by putting down the card behind it. What'd you choose? No, don't tell me. Now for the fun part. Mix them up, but be careful to keep a good rhythm. Alright, now take your time and swap 2 cards. Make it look deliberate. Time for me to choose. Very good. I didn't even see you cheat. I think you're ready now. Gregor's probably after you already. Well, it's not the uncertain hand of chance that has me in this dump. I'm glad you appreciate my hospitality. At least it smells better than Rosali's. Come in, boy. I was waiting for you. Yes, come. Meet the magician. I will wait outside. The Comte seems to think you have abilities. Trick me. Magnificent! Time for me to show you a trick then. I'm going to teach you how to read an opponent's mind. I'll prove it to you now. In fact, I'm so confident in my abilities, I'll put 40 coins in the line. I'll take that as a yes. Pick a card, any card, from the deck and place it on the top. Remember which one you choose. Good. The card you choose is on the top, and do you remember it? Excellent. Now pick a number, let's say between 2 and 5. Alright, now watch this. I'm going to shuffle the deck and then cut it. Abracadabra, I know where your card is in the deck. Remember the number you chose? Watch. 1, 2, 3, 4. According to the number you picked, this next one should be your card. Is that your card? Good, because there's no way I'm parting with my coins over that. And relax, you owe me nothing. The Count told me of your origins. I can see that look in your eye. It's always the same. You want to know how I did it. I'm willing to explain since you showed such promise with the 3-card Mont. Alright, so I've chosen my card, the Ace of Diamonds, and placed it at the top of the deck. For the time being, let's keep it simple. I'll choose the number 1. That means all we have to do is keep the ace at the top. Let's see what happens if we start shuffling. As we first start mixing the cards, we can keep an eye on the ace, but if we keep shuffling, we quickly lose track of it. Let's reset the deck and see what we can do differently. Start shuffling again, but only drop a clump of cards once. At this stage, we know that the ace is at the top of the pile in our bottom hand, but if we keep shuffling, we'll lose it. I suppose you're wondering how I kept track of your card when I shuffled and cut the deck before? You're right to look suspicious. The trick is to put a marker next to our card so we can find it later, even after more shuffling. You do this by dropping one card onto the pile and offsetting it slightly. This is called in-jogging. Remember it well, boy. That's it. Now you can shuffle the rest without worrying about losing the ace. Great, we now know where the ace is, but we wanted it at the top, not somewhere in the middle. So now what? That's where cutting comes in. We can feel for the in-jogged marker with our fingers and cut the deck at that point. The next card down was our ace, remember? So when we recombine the piles, it'll be back at the top of the deck. But why trust me? Let's allow the cards to do the talking. Voila! As if by magic, the ace of diamonds, back at the top of the deck. Let's see if you understood that. Try shuffling and cutting. Make sure the ace gets back to the top of the deck. Let's see if you got it right. That looks like the ace of diamonds to me. Well done. Would you like to practice it again? No? Alright. Let's take this trip up a gear then. Think about what we've learned already. By the end of the trick, we wanted the ace at the top of the deck, and sure enough, we dealt out some cards and the ace came out first. But the real trick is a bit more impressive. You'll let someone else choose the ace's position. You see, boy, giving your target the feeling that they're in power is the key to pulling the rug out of underneath their feet. So with that in mind, imagine I'm your mark and I've chosen the number 4. You need to offset the ace with 3 other cards. That means when you deal, the ace won't be first, but 4th. I'll teach you how to add these offsetting cards whilst you shuffle. Let's start as we did before. Shuffle some cards down, once, just like earlier. Good, now before in-jogging, we need to offset the ace to the correct position. Drop 3 more cards, one at a time. Great, now create yourself a marker by in-jogging a card. And all that's left to do is to shuffle the remaining cards down and then cut. That all looked right to me. Let's see, shall we? 1, 2, 3, and there's the ace of diamonds as the 4th card, just as planned. Impressive work. Now before you go running off trying to impress everyone with your newfound wizardry, heed some advice. There's nothing more embarrassing than messing up a magic trick. So keep practicing. Now remember, I get to choose where I want my card to end up. And neither me nor anyone you show this to will pick the number 4 just because you learned it. So pay attention to which number is picked and only offset the card that far. The number 5 feels special today. I'll choose that. Time to check. The ace of diamonds, exactly where I asked for it. Well done. Would you like to practice again? Very well. You seem to know what you're doing. You're a quick study. The comte has done well. You tricked the magician? I hope you didn't sign away your soul when I've been working so hard to earn it. Oh, come on, lad. It's not like you've sold it to death itself. So you're part of the family now. We share everything here, including our gains. Everything we give to the camp will be given a good use. It's like a poor people's bank. We support the elderly and the ones who can't work anymore, like Irania. I also hope that one day we could use that money to change things for real in this country. I will give 20 coins. Your half of the money is yours to spend how you want. We would appreciate it if you could spare some for our cause. We all give what we can. Thank you. We're all done here. We should keep moving. I write this from a Cascaro camp. Smells like smoke. I draw Colonel Gabriel. He killed Miss P. The Comte says Gabriel will blame me for his crime. We also hide from someone named MacGregor. At least I am learning lots like a new trick from a man named Iranio. The Comte says I have been spelling his name wrong.